setting the pace on the pursuit of happiness. This is the Ken Coleman Show, where you discover what you were born to do and how to make it happen. Now, helping you get unstuck and on the path to your dream job, Ken Coleman.
Live from Ramsey Studios in Nashville, you're joining a conversation about who you are, what you were born to do, where you want to be, and how you can get there. 844-747-2577 is the phone number. 844-747-2577. If you're new to the program, welcome aboard. We're so grateful for your ears. Why are we here? Two main reasons. Number one, we know that you were created to fill a unique role. You are needed, and you must do it. Number two, we're here to provide the clarity that you need to truly discover who you are. What do you do best? What do you love to do most? And when you can get clarity on those two key questions, now you can see where they intersect, and that is your spot where there are multiple jobs, career paths that will allow you to use what you do best to do what you love to do most. And that is tremendous significance, and the success will follow. I promise. So we're here to give you that clarity and then help you create a clear path forward. 844-747-2577, the number. Isaiah is on the line in Pendleton, Indiana. Isaiah, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey there, Ken. I just had some questions about what you think I should do. I'm in the discovery stage, and I'm really trying to find where the intersection of my passion and the workplace really is in my life.
Okay, let's talk about the top talents and passions, and let's at least give me a guess and where you think you're getting hung up. Talents first.
Well, I'm really talented with poetry and on-stage performance. I'm great at public speaking. And that's just sort of been my passion for the past several years.
Okay, now I said talent. So we'll get to passion. I want to know what you do best. You gave me, at least you said it, maybe you just said it that way. It's really important that we separate the list of what you do best and what you love to do most in this stage of discovery. So let's go back. Do you do poetry really well? Do you speak very well? Do you perform on stage very well? Are those your top talents?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you just said passion, you mean talents. All right, so let's move over. And there is a lot of similarity at times, but I want to make sure that we always stipulate. So on the passion side, what do you love to do? Is it those same three things? Public speaking, performing on a stage, writing poetry, or is there something else on there?
I would say those are the three.
Okay, so you have no differentiation between your top talents and your top passions. So what are you struggling with?
I'm just really uncertain of where in the workplace I can find a good job that suits those talents and those passions.
So we got to dig into. Yeah, I understand. So what are you doing right now?
I just recently graduated from college, came back home, and I've been here for a little under a month.
Okay, what did you graduate with? What was your major?
English major.
Okay, and when you went to college, what did you want to do? 4 years ago, what'd you think you wanted to do?
Initially, I wasn't very sure, but that was around the start of writing poetry and performing on stage.
Okay, so is that what you want to do now? Just pick one of those three: public speaking, writing poetry, or performing on stage. If I can give you got a number in your head of what you'd love to make your first year out of college, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If I could give you that number right now, but you had to choose one of those three. And I'm assuming when you say performing on stage, we're talking about acting. Is that right? Theater, musicals?
No. It's performing my poetry on stage.
Okay, I'm sorry. So performing, so writing and performing the poetry. Okay, so if you had to choose between performing the poetry and let's call it public speaking, because that's the other one that's, okay, which one are you going to do? If I give you the number.
More than likely, performing the poetry.
Okay. I don't know much about performing poetry. Do you? Do you know what kind of an industry that is? I mean, does it exist where people are paid to just show up like a stand-up comedian and read poetry?
Yes, in many venues, but they can be a little bit on the In a similar way to the music industry, can be a lot of higher artists that are actually making a living, but then there's a lot that are more on the bottom, starving artist types.
Okay, great. I love this because I was asking because I don't know anything about it, but I love that it's similar to the music industry. So my advice is going to be as though you are a aspiring singer-songwriter. So you know that an aspiring singer-songwriter is not going to make a living right out of the gate. They're going to have to do small gigs. They're going to have to stay in the industry to where they are at least creatively engaged around other musicians in just that space. And they're going to do whatever it takes to stay alive. Okay? Waiting tables. Okay. I mean, I'm in Nashville. You understand what I'm saying? You never know how talented of a singer-songwriter is waiting on you any night of the week here. So you know there's a great divide between the starving performing poets, yes, and the successful ones. I want you to sit down, try to find at least if there's a book written about it or there's blogs or you know your world pretty well. You need to become an expert on your world and the stories of the successful poets. You need to know their stories, how they got where they are now. Doesn't mean that your journey is going to be exactly like theirs, but there's going to be some transferable truth for you that you can say, okay, I'm going to have to tread water for X amount of years until I can go from this status to this status. That's what's before you right now. Because you're so young, Isaiah, I don't want you thinking about anything else because I think that you really do want to do this. I think you're very clear on it. And you're young enough that you can do odd jobs and you can do a lot of different things. But as long as you are writing and performing that poetry on a consistent basis, I don't care if it's for 6 people or 60. You understand what I'm saying? You've got to step into your industry, and you may only be able to do it part-time. But what if you can do something full-time as a job in that industry and then do your performing and writing on the side? But at least you're around it. So I don't know if I just don't know enough about that community to give you a specific example, but I think you do. So that's your homework. Who can I sit down with that either knows or manages or has guided some performing poets? I'm making that phrase up. I don't know if that's the proper way to say it, but we all understand what I'm saying. Can you get with some of those actual poets themselves? You know, if you got to fly to where they live, hey, can I come buy your coffee? I'm just a young you, and I want to learn from you and what path you took, blah, 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 blah. Some of these poets have written books. They got a YouTube channel. I don't care what it is. You are consuming everything there is to know about the pathways of the people who are doing it well. That will illuminate a path, multiple paths for you. That's all you got to do. And then just keep yourself alive. You're 23, 22 years old. Just go, go, go. Don't stop. Practice the proximity principle in order to do what you want to do, which is be a poet. You got to be around people that are poets. You got to be in places where poets are hanging out, where poetry's happening. This is not rocket science. I'm telling you, that is as remote of an example as I've had on the show so far, because I know nothing about professional poets. But I'm telling you, the proximity principle will work. All right, folks, coming up, more of your calls. Don't move. This is the Ken Coleman Show. I get a lot of calls from people who want to pursue their dreams, but they're not sure how to start. Hey, folks, I'm Ken Coleman, and a major career change is obviously a lot easier when you're working a day job and saving up money to cash flow the dream. Now, if you don't have money to quit your day job, don't. Keep working and start stacking money away in an online emergency savings account like the one from my friends at Fairwinds Credit Union. I'm a huge fan of Fairwinds online banking because they allow you to bank anytime, anywhere, and you don't have to live in a state with a branch to be an online member. With Fairwinds mobile apps, you can transfer money or make a deposit using your smartphone or tablet. Plus, credit unions like Fairwinds are an excellent place to keep your money. Fairwinds is a members-only, member-owned, and not-for-profit financial institution. That means your voice matters. So, fund your future and move your money over to fairwinds.org/Ken today. That's fairwinds.org/Ken.
Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA. People all over the country are discovering a faith-based and budget-friendly way of meeting healthcare costs through Christian Healthcare Ministries. Christian Healthcare Ministries, or CHM, is a nonprofit organization that helps members carry one another's burdens with healthcare expenses, and they have successfully shared each other's medical bills for nearly 40 years. See if CHM is right for you by visiting chministries.org. CHM is a proud sponsor of Dave Ramsey Live Events.
Hey, folks, there's literally never been a better time to try online grocery. My friends at eMeals make it incredibly easy for you. eMeals creates a shopping list based on the meals you want for the week and then directly sends it to Walmart, Kroger, Instacart, Shipt, or Amazon Fresh. Your choice. Head to eMeals.com/grocery. Find what delivery and pickup providers are available in your area. Try eMeals free for 2 full weeks. That's eMeals.com/grocery.
Everybody wants a great retirement, but not everyone gets to experience it. So how can you guarantee that you'll be one of the lucky ones? Well, the first thing is to get rid of the idea that only lucky people get to retire. Luck has nothing to do with it. Reaching your magic number is tough, and it requires determination and hard work. It also takes connecting with professionals who want to help you achieve your goals. I call these pros your dream team because they want to help you reach your dreams. You can't go on autopilot when it comes to your retirement saving and planning. You need to know what's in your portfolio and when to make adjustments. SmartVestor is an easy, free way to find investing professionals who focus on you. Just go to chrishogan360.com, click on Dream Team to see a list of investing professionals in your area who want to help you. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Connect with the SmartVestor Pro and start building your investing strategy today.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Confession. Budgeting hasn't always come naturally for me. I'm more of a free spirit, and on top of that, I love to spend money. But I want to tell you about the tool that has changed my life when it comes to budgeting. Over 6 million people are already on EveryDollar and using it every day to take control of their money. It's amazing. And take it from me, it's exactly what you need to make budgeting easy. Budgeting with EveryDollar shows me where all my money is going and allows me to free up space so I can spend it on what I value. It's customizable to you to fit your budget. I love that I can take EveryDollar everywhere I go. You can budget from your computer, iPhone, or Android with EveryDollar. Within the first month, EveryDollar budgeters found that they could cut their monthly expenses by 9%. No matter who you are, I know that EveryDollar will help you take control of your money. Remember, a budget doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to the Ken Coleman Show, a show dedicated to you, helping you become the best version of you. In other words, we know you were created to fill a unique role. We're here to help you figure it out and then get there so that you can be who you were created to be, because somebody out there needs you to be you. This is how we live a life of purpose. And by the way, it's possible. The American dream is really the dream, the human dream. We all long for opportunity to be who we know we are. And all of us have faced some type of hurdle. Everybody's got a different story, different situation, different path, different timeline. But I'm here to tell you, folks, you can live your dream. You can do work you love and make plenty of money. I promise. So if you're new to the show, kick the tires, listen in. You're going to hear real men and women having honest and vulnerable conversations every day. And if you feel that heart start to beat a little faster while you're listening, chest gets a little tight, palms get a little sweaty, that's your sign that you need to call in. And we're here for you. 844-747-2577 is the number. Let's go to Lakeisha, who's on the line in Madison, Wisconsin. Lakeisha, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you today?
I am living the dream, Lakeisha. How are you?
I am okay.
All right, let's work on that. How can I help today?
So I am a new teacher. I will say second career. And I am just wondering, is this the right place? I know first year can be crazy, but I'm a special education teacher at a high school, and just feeling a little bit overwhelmed this year. So
Sure, I
just
understand.
making sure I'm in the right spot.
Okay, I'm glad you called because this is super important for people not to mistake frustration and tough situation with, oh my gosh, I made the wrong decision, because you've got a lot of emotion. So let's call it out. How are you feeling about this current year? It's been a tough year, we know that, but what are the emotions that you're dealing with?
Overwhelmed, just a lot of new things. I myself have college freshman, so that was a new start. And then starting a new career myself. I previously worked in mental health, and now to switch over to the teaching field. I do really love working with adolescents, but I went from a suburban school district to an urban school district, and it's actually my old high school I attended.
Okay.
So I do have, a soft spot because, that's my alma mater,
Right.
but, kids with a lot of challenges. And so, it's created some at home and trying to balance with my smaller kids and their education as well.
Okay, so that's it. So that's perfect. That is a great description. Let me ask this. The previous role, were you teaching special ed?
No. So I actually started out there as a library assistant. So
Okay.
I was around kids and books all day. And then I did have a year where I was an assistant in a special ed environment.
Okay, and you love the special ed kids, yes or no?
I mean, yes, I love them. It's been on break, and I actually miss my students. But like I said, they can definitely pose some challenges.
All right, but is that because of their behavior, or is it because there's a difference between being an assistant in a special ed classroom and being the teacher? I want to get
It's
right to
both.
the heart of it.
It's both.
So we have
Very
behavior.
challenging behavior, and then a lot more responsibility for myself
Okay.
being a teacher.
If you could fix both, would you fix both of them? Would you put yourself in an environment where you weren't dealing with behavior issues as much? And would you also go back to being an assistant, or would you rather say, hey, I'm going to press through and figure this out? Just tell me where you're at emotionally.
I think press through because I think I owe it to the students. I left an assistant to become a teacher because I know I could advocate more for my students as a teacher.
Right. Okay. The reason I'm asking you these questions, Lakeisha, is you need somebody else, and it happens to be me today, just being a sounding board for you. So it sounds like to me, unless I'm missing something, it sounds like to me you're just emotionally worn out, frazzled, and it's making you doubt that you made the right decision. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. But it sounds like to me, as I asked you some of these point-blank questions, that you're pretty darn clear that you have a heart for helping special ed kids. Now, I would suggest to you that as you finish out the school year, you really assess honestly. Well, Lakeisha, talk to yourself, by the way. It's really helpful. Is it on the way home in the car? Is it the behavior issues? So if there's some way to be in a different environment where the behavior is not hampering the learning, I just don't know. I don't know your situation well enough. Is that even possible? Because I talk to callers like you all the time that we find out they're doing the right thing, but it's in the wrong place. Right. I'm asking you to assess that over the rest of the school year. Am I doing the right thing? I think it's an overwhelming yes, Lakeisha. It's my opinion that you absolutely are doing the right thing, meaning special education. But the question becomes, is it in the wrong place? Is it younger special ed students? Is it in a private environment? I don't know. I think you have to assess that. But I think that's what I'm hearing. Am I missing something? Is there anything you haven't told me about this?
No, you sound right, because in the previous school district, I was in a middle school, and now, transfer to a high school. And I think, bigger kids, sometimes that's a different set of circumstances and challenges. So,
well, and here's the deal. I don't want to offend anybody, but you brought it up. And so this is a question. But is there a difference in the environment from the suburban school to the urban school?
There is. There is.
And does that have a direct correlation to behavior?
In some ways, yeah. I mean, I think in the other school district as well, and working with a mix of special ed students and students that were not considered special ed, you know, kids are very comfortable with me and very forthcoming with a lot of things in their lives and a lot of their challenges. And so, you know, I just have a heart for students, period, you know. And so...
Good. Here's the deal, Lakeisha. Here's the deal. You want to advocate for these kids. It's deep. It's deep within your story, I'm assuming. And it is absolutely something that you're convicted about and believe in. So last piece of advice. You also need to learn how to turn it off. It's not easy for teachers particularly because you care so much and you love on these kids. But when you go home, you got to be home. And your little ones, you just have to learn how to do this. Now, I'm not telling you exactly what you need to do, but I think that if you step back and get some perspective from a good friend, maybe a sister, a mother, your husband, whoever, somebody who sees your home environment, and just get some fresh perspective from somebody you trust, and just say, where am I not putting up boundaries? But that's what you need to do. When you come home, there's certain times you're going to have to do some lesson planning and some of that preparation, but you got to figure out some ways to do that it doesn't steal from your joy and also make you feel like, well, I'm not being able to do this as a mom and as a wife or whatever your situation is. And that's normal, by the way. But you're doing a great job. I want you to hear me. You're doing a great job. And you can figure this out, and you will figure this out. You absolutely will. But, you know, anytime you move like this, transition is so exciting. But many times what we don't mentally and emotionally, hear this, we don't mentally and emotionally prepare for transitions. And Lakeisha's not alone here. Some of you are going through some rough transitions right now, and you're going, did I make a huge mistake? And maybe you did. Yes, but let's not always be the big boy, big girl. Let's be smart and prepare. Let's be a little bit of a nerd and dig into this thing. Okay, what is it going to take for me to handle this transition well? Good stuff. Don't go anywhere. More of your calls right here on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today. Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Confession. Budgeting hasn't always come naturally for me. I'm more of a free spirit, and on top of that, I love to spend money. But I want to tell you about the tool that has changed my life when it comes to budgeting. Over 6 million people are already on EveryDollar and using it every day to take control of their money. It's amazing. And take it from me, it's exactly what you need to make budgeting easy. Budgeting with EveryDollar shows me where all my money is going and allows me to free up space so I can spend it on what I value. It's customizable to you to fit your budget. I love that I can take EveryDollar everywhere I go. You can budget from your computer, iPhone, or Android with EveryDollar. Within the first month, EveryDollar budgeters found that they could cut their monthly expenses by 9%. No matter who you are, I know that EveryDollar will help you take control of your money. Remember, a budget doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom.
People are hurting right now, and they need your help. For over 25 years, we've helped people beat debt and take control of their money through Financial Peace University. But here's the deal. None of that would have been possible without our Financial Peace University coordinators. These folks are the heroes. They stepped up to teach our 9-lesson proven plan to help people dump debt, master the budget, and build wealth. If you're looking for a way to make a difference from the comfort of your own home, join us on our mission to change lives and lead a Financial Peace University class online. Don't worry, you're not on your own. We'll do all the teaching, and an advisor will walk with you every step of the way. You don't even have to be debt-free yourself. We're just looking for good people willing to step up in these difficult times. Folks, people need this class more than ever. To get started, just text LEADER to 33789. Sign up and lead a Financial Peace University online class today.
Everybody wants a great retirement, but not everyone gets to experience it. So how can you guarantee that you'll be one of the lucky ones? Well, the first thing is to get rid of the idea that only lucky people get to retire. Luck has nothing to do with it. Reaching your magic number is tough, and it requires determination and hard work. It also takes connecting with professionals who want to help you achieve your goals. I call these pros your dream team because they want to help you reach your dreams. You can't go on autopilot when it comes to your retirement saving and planning. You need to know what's in your portfolio and when to make adjustments. SmartVestor is an easy, free way to find investing professionals who focus on you. Just go to chrishogan360.com and click on Dream Team to see a list of investing professionals in your area who want to help you. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Connect with the SmartVestor Pro and start building your investing strategy today.
Buying a home is a big purchase, and you need an agent who will fight for you and make sure you're getting the best deal you can afford. We've all had experiences with so-called professionals who leave us with a bad taste in our mouth. You know, those slime balls who just try to sell you something based off the size of their commission check? Well, the difference between a stellar real estate agent and one of those slime balls is not just how many deals they close, but also in how they treat you in the process. I endorse real estate agents all over the country who meet both of these criteria. We call them endorsed local providers, or ELPs. My team thoroughly vets these guys so that you are really getting awesome agents that know what the flip they're doing. ELPs will guide you into making a real estate decision that is best for your wallet, not theirs. Visit DaveRamsey.com/agents to find an agent near you today.
Welcome back, America. This is where you go to get clarity and confidence so that you can courageously step out onto the path that you were created to walk on. The world needs you to be you. Stop trying to be somebody else. You want to know why you're stuck, confused, scared? Well, let's name it. I'm here for you. I'm your coach. I'll walk alongside of you because I know that you have the answers. You just got to put me to the test, dig them out of you, and let's uncover your heart. Because when we begin to discover what our heart is telling us, then we realize what it is, why it is, and then let's figure out how to make your why a reality. Back to the phones we go, 844-747-2577. Charles is on the line in Columbia Heights, Minnesota. Charles, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How you doing today?
I'm living the dream, Charles. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
How can I help?
Well, I have a question for you. Right now, I'm currently a truck driver, and I really enjoy working with people. I'm looking to get into the HR management role. All of my degree is in culinary arts. So a lot of the jobs that I've looked at required that you have some type of bachelor's degree.
And what would you call your degree in culinary arts? What is that?
Associate's degree in culinary arts.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. All right. Keep going. And so everybody's saying you got to have a bachelor's in order for to get what role specifically? What are you looking at?
Well, ultimately, long term, I would like to be an HR manager. That does come with years of, being in that role. Entry level, they have a couple of different positions as far as HR assistants, HR coordinators. So they do have entry level.
Right. But those require the bachelor's degree.
That's correct.
Okay.
So I was just curious, is there any way, or based on your experience, is there any way around that you would suggest?
Well, let me say this. I always think there's a way around that. It's 2019, and there are still, gazillion companies that put out there, got to have a college degree. Although I've reported consistently on the show that you've got some big time companies like Deloitte and Touche, just to name one of the largest accounting firms in the world, Amazon, Apple, Bank of America. They're dropping in some positions. They're dropping requirements for college degrees. So I got to tell you, there's a twofold answer. The first thing I want you to do is for those entry level positions, I want you to go ahead and apply for them. Make them say, well, did you see the requirement that we needed a college degree? And you go, I did, but I got my associate's degree. I'm a successful guy in everything I've done, and I really want to get in this field, and I wanted to take a shot. I just know that there are more and more companies that aren't requiring college degrees, and for what I'm doing, I really need to learn on the job. And take a shot at it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they might just give you an interview, and you might just have somebody who goes through the entire interview and then realizes, oh, you don't have a college degree. Well, I have my associates in culinary arts. I don't have a bachelor's, but I really want to get in, and I know this business is really about people. And this business is something that, honestly, I'm going to learn more working for you than I'd ever learn in the classroom. Wouldn't it be fun to say that to somebody and kind of make them react to that? Like, just put the football in their hands and go, what you going to do with that?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So that's one. That's one strategy. Okay. The other thing I want to press you on for a moment is, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you one other. I'm going to give you a follow up to the first strategy before I move to the second one. The other thing I want you to research is online HR training. I'm just curious what's out there. I have no idea what's out there, but I suspect there's somebody that's doing HR training online. I wonder if there's some courses and things. And I would just look into it. Is there an alternative path to being an HR professional that doesn't require a college degree? Have you researched that?
No, sir. Well, I did a little bit of researching on that. Just as looking locally in Minnesota.
Right.
What schools locally offer HR classes? Yes.
Yeah, but my point is I want you to dig deep and find out beyond just who's offering classes. I'm saying the first big thing is there an alternative path, or is there a path to being an HR professional that does not require a college degree? I'm going to tell you right now, I'll bet there are tons of HR people that don't have a college degree. So it might be, as simple as you getting in with an HR agency that offers HR professionals. I would look into it. Find out what the pathway is. How many multiple pathways there are. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes, sir.
And then once you know, you go, okay, well, I'm gonna go that route. I'm gonna take an 8-week course that's gonna get me qualified. I don't know if that exists, but I want you to know that you know everything there is out there to become qualified, because you don't know right now. So you have more research to do. Now, here's the other piece I wanted to put you on. You mentioned that you want to be in HR because you love to help people. Why specifically HR? Give me the 20-second answer. Why do you think HR is what you have selected as the way to help people?
Great question. I was considering between HR and sales. I have done sales, door-to-door sales for in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed the face-to-face.
Mm-hmm.
However, not open right now to working on a commission.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically was just praying about it and talking to God about it. Next thing you know, HR management came up, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
good.
I'll look at it."
Right, but the thing that appeals to you about HR is that you're going to be working with fellow team members to help them with all the various issues that HR does. Am I right? That's the draw.
That's correct. Yes.
I'm going to suggest I want you to wrestle with another potential profession that to me is a combination of sales and this desire to work with people face to face. Okay? I'm going to throw this at you.
Yes, sir.
I want you to consider customer service. I want you to consider a customer service role where you're interacting with people. You know, it's just front of the gate there. You're right out there in front. We have an amazing team that work on what we call Ramsey Care at our office, and they're dealing with people on the phone and online that may have an issue with one of our products. They've got questions and they need additional help. I just think you've got a servant's heart, and I think that's what you love most about this idea of being in HR. I just think you love human connection. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's correct. No, that's 100% correct. Yes, sir.
Well, I think you love helping people and seeing them with satisfaction and a smile. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's correct. That is definitely correct.
By the way, I can tell you're smiling. Can you hear it, folks? Maybe we just nailed what it is that you want to do. And guess what? You don't need a degree to get into customer service. And you can get in for a company working in customer service and move up to a management role where you're leading other people and helping them satisfy people and leave them with a smile. And then that warm-hearted chuckle is there every day for you when you get in the car. And you go, I can't believe I'm getting paid to take care of people.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Now, Charles, I want you to consider that. I'm not trying to talk you into that, but that's what I'm hearing.
Okay, definitely.
You know, I think that's something to consider. Go ahead.
Can I ask you one more question, please?
Sure.
So I did start listening to Mr. Dave Ramsey here about 6 months ago. Funny story, I purchased the book in 2011, but I never read it. So I started listening to him about 6 months ago. I did start my baby steps, and I'm on baby step 1 currently. Keep on with the steps.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Don't stop in it. Yes, sir.
No, the beautiful thing is not only do I work for Dave, but I actually believe in those baby steps, and they work beautifully with what I'm teaching, because you got to be able to fund the dream. You know, it does no one any good to pursue a dream when you're fighting debt. It's almost impossible. But as you keep clicking off those baby steps, so baby step 1 is to get that $1,000 saved up. Okay, I got a little bit of a buffer. I got a little bit of relief. That's huge for you right now. And you take your time, keep doing what you're doing. And then you look for a role that doesn't require, and see, so now my advice is even more sound, to be honest with you. I just want you to go make some more money. And to the extent that you can be in customer service and move up the ladder in a company and keep making more money, if the HR thing keeps calling, and then you got to get that degree and there's no way around it, which I'm not convinced of, then again, this is why the baby steps are going to be there. They help you fund the dream. So don't stop the steps. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get more clarity for more of you coming right up. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
During these crazy times, the best advice I can give you is control the controllables. What you can fix today gives you hope for tomorrow. Expenses like your monthly rent or your house payment. Folks, mortgage interest rates are so low. Now is the time to invest in your future. In just 10 minutes, my friends at Churchill Mortgage can share ways to save you serious cash through a smarter mortgage plan. If you're a renter, you can learn how to buy a home the right way. Or if you're already a homeowner, you can learn how to save thousands in interest through a simple refinance. Like I said, control the controllables and contact Churchill. To speak to a specialist, call 888-LOAN-200 or go to churchillmortgage.com.
This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Equal housing lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100. Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
Did you know that 52% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement? If you're in that majority, Retirement may sound like a hopeless situation, but it doesn't have to be. My name is Chris Hogan, and I want to help you carve a path to your dream retirement. We have to stop thinking that retirement begins at some magical age, like 65 or 70. Retirement begins when you have enough money to enjoy the lifestyle you dream about. It's going to take more than a dream, though. You have to get serious about making a plan. I've created an assessment tool that helps you know what you need to do to reach your dream retirement. Get your free assessment at chrishogan360.com. Whether your goal is to live comfortably, travel the world, or have enough money to help grandkids with college, and to be able to give like crazy, you can reach the number you need. It just takes a plan. Go to chrishogan360.com to start making your plan today.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
Our children's products have been completely redesigned to give your children a fun and practical way to learn about money. Junior's Adventures are 3 amazing products that teach kids 3 to 12 how money works. Junior's Adventure books are all new with colorful illustrations and a shorter word count. Financial Peace Junior offers all the tools you need to teach your kids about money. And the Smart Saver Bank now has clear sections for giving, saving, and spending. Learn more at DaveRamsey.com.
A pace on your pursuit of purpose. Come on. You can do this. Yeah, you can. You do have what it takes. I promise you. Let's get you clear on who you are and what you're supposed to do. We do it by looking at what you do best. That's your talent that you can develop into skills. You already have some skills. Talent, strength, skills. That's one half the equation. The other half is just sheer passion. What work fires you up? The results and the work. The results of the work. It moves your heart. You have great satisfaction and meaning out of it. Listen to your heart. And once we know what we love to do most and why we love it so much, we got to match that up. Do I have the talent to pull that off? Of course, yes. Now, how? Wait a second. If I'm talented over here. So talent's not enough. Passion's not enough. You have to have the combination. That's where the sweet spot is. Multiple paths, multiple roles. But the sweet spot is what we're looking for. Where what you do best is used to perform what you love to do most. Hey, we'd love for you to also join us on social media, giving you a lot of great content on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Articles written by me, articles that I think are helpful that I share with you. We'll give you some motivation. So connect with us at Ken Coleman on Instagram, at Ken Coleman on Twitter. Just search Ken Coleman or Ken Coleman Show on Facebook. That will get you there. Also on YouTube, putting out one clip a day, the video version of me doing these calls that you're listening to. So, and of course, if you want more of the show on demand, the podcast of our show, well, that's available wherever podcasts are available to you. And it's absolutely free, of course. 844-747-2577. Let's go to Scott, who's on the line in Des Moines, Iowa. Scott, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Yeah, hi, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, man. How can I help?
Hey, good. I have the opportunity to make a career change, and I'm wondering if that boat is close enough to the dock I'm standing on to make the leap.
Okay, great question. Tell me the details.
So I'm going to give you just a little bit of background. So about a year ago, my wife and I were fortunate enough to be down in Nashville and do our debt-free screen with Dave.
Oh, great. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Shortly after that, we met with a SmartVestor Pro here in our area to get our investments all online. And during that meeting, about an hour in the conversation, the guy that we were meeting with presented the opportunity for me to join the firm. It'd be a brand new field that I'd be going in, something that I'm super passionate about and want to get involved in. I'm just a little concerned as to, do I have enough money to make the leap, because I'll be going from a salary position now to, more of an all commissioned career moving forward.
Okay. So for this actual, I want to make sure I understand, you'd be working in the personal finance company of this SmartVestor Pro.
That's correct. Yep.
What kind of qualifications are you going to need?
All that I have to do is pass the appropriate exams to get hired on and start working with them.
Okay.
And the nice, unique thing that they've presented with me is they've literally told me you can take as much time as you want to study and get prepared and save as much money as you want. There's no hurry. I've really been fortunate enough for them to give me that time to get ready to make that move. And I've been kind of studying on and off over the past year, but it's been a little bit of a struggle trying to balance the job that I'm currently in, and then also make time to get the right studying in. So that way, when I do jump, I'll be able to go ahead, get those exams on and start moving.
Great. That's all good news. Okay. Let's do a quick financial report card. So I know you're debt free because you did your debt free scream. Where are you in Dave Ramsey's baby steps?
So if this opportunity would not have came along, we'd be in the process of paying off our house early. But the reason we're not doing that right now is because the SmartVestor Pro said, push pause on that if you want to do this career and just start stockpiling money to kind of be a buffer for the first couple of years.
That's right.
If I do make the move.
Yeah, I think he's probably right, or she's probably right. I want to verify that though. So what is your current, so the point is that you've gone through all the steps. And so baby step 6 is where you've pressed pause.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Now, current salary is what?
My wife and I gross about 100.
Okay.
And it's pretty much split down the middle.
Okay. Good. And what is the new pay structure going to be if we were just moving forward today with this SmartVestor Pro? What would be the salary plus commission structure?
For the first, year or so, that they'd give me a certain amount of assets to manage just so that I have a little bit of money coming in.
Right.
But
what are they projecting?
Didn't really they didn't really give me a number, and I probably should have asked that or have asked that to them.
Yeah, you got to get a number. You got to get a projection, because I listen. My advice is going to be similar once I know what at least a moderate. Let's not get an aggressive projection. Let's do a moderate, conservative projection on what you'd make in the first 2 years, because you have the ability to stock away some money. How much money could you put away in 6 months?
Probably 12 to 15,000.
See, I think you have to go in with that kind of number and go, hey guys, I'm a Ramsey guy, so let's just be straightforward. Here's what I could put away in 6 months, which means in a year I could put away 30,000. Let's just say aggressively, you could put away 30,000 in cash. Well, your wife's going to continue to work, so let's just say it's split down the middle. So she's going to bring home 50. She's not bringing home, but she's got 50 gross. And you guys know your numbers. You're super disciplined. So you know what her take home is. So you have to get a number from them. This is a really simple decision. Once they tell you a moderate projection on what you would make, I mean I'm talking month 1. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
They got to give you a ballpark figure for month 1. And run that through 2 years before they think maybe you get a pop and a bump. And then you got 2 other variables. Number 1, Scott, you get to bet on yourself. So I always like it when guys like you put yourself in a situation like this, because you've proven your discipline. You can do stuff and make stuff happen. So you bet on yourself is one variable. So do you think you can beat that projection in the first 2 years? Meaning on activity. Then the second thing you've got to do variables. Let's say that their moderate number is still a slight bit aggressive. So take the moderate number they give you and maybe drop it by 10%, 15%. Right? You see where I'm going with this? And now,
I do,
now you've got a gap. You've got a gap between the number they're giving you and what you've been making. And then that tells you how much you'd have to put away to feel comfortable. But
Okay,
I don't
because
think.
I feel like.
Go ahead.
Oh, I said because we could live off of my wife's salary for the next year or two. Obviously, it'd be tighter than what we're normally used to.
Right.
But we could, and so I basically after our emergency fund that we have now, we basically have $10,000 sitting there, and I'm trying to determine if that's going to be enough of a buffer at this point in time to make that move. But I guess to your point, I probably should find out that other number as well.
I still want you to do everything I told you to do, because then it's just going to make you feel. This is all about you feeling, am I crazy? That's what this is about.
Uh-huh.
But if I'd have known what you just told me in the audience 5 minutes ago, the phone call would be over. Because the fact is, because here's why. This is all about confidence.
Uh-huh.
You can make it off of your wife's salary. Now, you'd be super tight, but you're not going to have to make it off of her salary. They're going to pay you something. It's just going to be a good bit off of your 50 that you've been bringing in, right?
Yeah.
So wait a second. We know you can survive. We know you can survive, but you're not going to have to survive. You're going to make something. My guess is you're going to make half of what you make now. But you don't know that. So you got to go do what I told you to do. But if you do that,
I will do that.
You get the answers. And Scott, I don't think this is crazy. That's how the phone call started. You're essentially saying, am I crazy? And the answer is no.
Okay, good.
Because listen, you really want to do this. You're fired up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go do what I told you to do so that you can actually plug in some real numbers, and then it's a game changer for you. And you're going to sleep really easy tonight. And, listen, tell them to give you a super conservative number, blame it on Dave. They're going to understand why you're asking, hold their feet to the fire. And let me tell you this. I'm just going to be real gut level honest here. If they have a hard time giving you a projection on that ought to be a red flag. And then go see another SmartVestor Pro. I don't think that's going to happen. I just want to put that out there. This is a very reasonable thing for you to ask. Our time is almost up, but before I let you go, you do matter. You do have what it takes. Thanks for joining the conversation. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.
Thanks for listening to the Ken Coleman Show. For more, you can find the show on demand wherever you listen to podcasts.